Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Ghost Warrior 38, and today I'm going back to my Star Wars Black Series figure reviews. And today I will be reviewing the Deluxe Black Series Mandalorian and Child set. His name is Din Djarin, it says so on the packaging here. And this is number 5 in the Mandalorian wave. There's his picture here for the mural. For the boxes, you line them up. Each character in the series stands right next to each other. Is back here on number 5 is Din Djarin, the Mandalorian and the Child. Real name Grogu, otherwise known by fans also as Baby Yoda. The Mandalorian is battle-worn and tight-lipped, a formidable bounty hunter in an increasingly dangerous galaxy who finds a mysterious alien pursued by bounty hunters on behalf of Imperial interests. Mostly the fact is that, if you've seen the show, they want his blood for the Dark Troopers and some sort of project. The way he is here in the packaging, the steel here with silver, this is how he looked at the end of Season 1 and a little bit of Season 2, because there's the jetpack. And yeah, also here's the fob and a couple pieces of Baskar that he gets from the armor that he gives to the armorer. So I feel like this is more based off of his end of Season 1 appearance. But yeah, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get this open and then we will get started. So just hang tight and we'll go from there. Alright, and we are back after a change of scenery. This is all what's included in the packaging. Some of these, such as his blaster, I want to say is just a slight repaint on how it was originally. So not too much there with that one. I want to say that the blaster rifle he gets, as the camera can focus, please, is the same as from the first figure. Just maybe some repainting done, I think. So there's maybe some reuse with the weapons here with his guns. But other than that, I believe most of his figures are relatively new at the time. He also comes with 5 pieces of the Baskar metal. So you could so for display purposes or diorama, you could have a scene interacting where you could have the first red box release Mando give the armor pieces bricks to the armor and then swap out for this one. There, you can't see it on the camera, but there's a small little stenciled Imperial logo on the Baskar pieces, so that's kind of cool. The jetpack was exclusive to this version of the figure first. The red box, I believe, didn't have one. It's mottled gray plastic. There's really no other paint apps on it. So for customizing, if you guys wanted to paint these lines silver or something, or do what you wanted to with it. There's also 2 pegs on the bottom here, I believe you could attach for flame effects. So if you have the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, I believe you could probably do something with that there. And then of course you have Grogu with his little cradle here, stand here. The Grogu figure, the feet are just painted on. You can't move them or anything. The only things that you could probably do a little bit is to move the hand just a bit. His head moves, but not too much. And then his tiny hand moves as well. So yeah, limited articulation, just there as a stand piece, so you could recreate some scenes if you wanted, or he just lays flat in the cradle. There is some detail on here. There's the black lining on here for padding. There's the black padded lining. Outside of that, the figure just lays in here like so. And the top just snaps right on. There isn't a button or anything to remove it, so you just have to pop. So you just pop the top off and on. But anyway, there's that. I'll leave them displayed out like that. So there we go. And then, of course, now we move on to the Mando himself, Din Djarin. He also comes with the fob, as seen in episode 1, that is used to track to Grogu's location. The camera will not focus on the detail. There we go. Yeah, it has a little red button there that the flashes in the show that indicates when he's closer, and it beeps. So there's that. And then we move on to Din Djarin himself. Of course, he has the whole silver Baskar armor, apart from some paint dashed here on his leg. Other than that, most of the pieces are all silver, like you'd see in the latter half of Season 2. Even his back. Of course, he does have pegs for the jetpack. And then if you line this back strap up properly, or this is what I did when I had the red box line figure, you'd be able to fit the blaster rifle through it. But it doesn't look like this piece was matched up properly, so I'm just going to have to push it off to the side so it can either fit the blaster rifle on one of the pegs, or you could have them hold it, or just the jetpack, like so. Of course, the main drive for this figure is the fact that he has the removable helmet. And we see his face here. Don't really know how accurate this is to a picture of Pedro Pascal. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that, I had to get that part off. I don't really know how accurate this looks to Pedro Pascal's face, so I don't have anything to compare it to. There's his helmet. But yeah, the head sculpt, I like it. It's cool. There's that little detail of the monster on his pauldron here. Other than that, not too bad at all. Peg holes on the feet for stands. Head articulation can do a full 360. Can only look up. Doesn't really look up that much, but can look down that far. Arm does a full 360 rotation. Bend at the elbow. It's a single bend. And wrist moves side to side, or if you turn it, it can go up and down. Same thing with the other arm. Moving that arm up. Leg goes up that high, but is hindered a little bit because of the little side piece here. And can go out that far as well. But again, hindered by that same piece of plastic. And when it goes up, there's a single bend here, but there is a double joint. Can't do knee to butt. Can't do ankle to butt though. But yeah, sadly to say that. And the foot can pivot that way. Is that? And toe rocker goes that way. It can go that way too. So you can, it's plenty posable. So you have options. There does look like there could be a torso. Oop. Uh-oh. Yeah, boy. Okay, yeah, I don't like that sound. There isn't much of a torso turn here because of the sash, and I am not going to force it. Yeah, I don't like the sound that just made. That's not good. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave that alone. Overall, I am very happy with this figure. No complaints at all. If you want to customize your figure as well, I have seen some stuff going up on Etsy. There's a couple creators I've seen do some showcases of their work on the Star Wars Black Series Facebook groups. One of them I've seen is a spear, the Baskar spear, that you've seen in Season 2. It's like $7. And another piece is a wired fabric cape or poncho piece. There's a couple pieces on that. There's some pictures on that. And depending on what you want to do for pricing, there is also a throne for Boba Fett at the end that we see at the end of Season 2 that he sits in. There, it's available in 3 1/4, 3 75-inch vintage figures and 1 for 6-inch figures. He has options for unfinished, for unpainted, and painted options. But for Din Djarin, there's like I said, there's a wire cape, like a fabric bendy cape, and the spear, as well as I've seen a couple people post head sculpts for him. One looked unpainted though, so I think there may be an option to either buy a painted head or unpainted and paint it yourself. I don't know. That's what I've seen on there though. But yeah, that's about it really. So I hope you guys like this video. To stay up to date on more content like this, and to be updated on all things Star Wars Black Series figure, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and to turn your notification settings on to all. So take care, and I will see you guys next time with another video. And remember, the Force will be with you, always.